Assalamualaikum. Hello, Echinodermata. This is the last video that you're gonna watch in this course. So it is about the sea stars, sand dollars, sea urchins, sea lilies, brittle stars, sea cucumber, and starfishes. In a nutshell, echinoderms or echinodermata refers to spiny skin animal, and there are approximately 7,000 species of echinoderms. They are almost all marine, with a few species are in estuarine, and obviously they're not they don't live in fresh water, and also there are no terrestrial echinoderms. And during the adult stage, there are benthos, whereas during the larvae stage, there are planktonic. These are some of defining characteristics of Echinodermata. First, the water vascular system. So this vascular system that leads starts from the madreporoid on the top of the echinoderm's body and get inside their body and eventually to the podia or to the tube feet. Another one is there are pentamerous radiosymmetry or 5-pointed radiosymmetry. This is, but remember, this is during the adult stage. During the larvae stage, there are bilateral symmetry. And they have the, to support their body, they have the calcareous ossicle that form the endoskeleton. And also they have the mutable connective tissue that can change the stiffness, whether hard or soft, so that it helps the echinoderms for locomotion. And unlike the other animals, they don't have the anterior and posterior part of the body, but instead they have the arboreal and also the oral. Arboreal is the top side of the body, so where the madreporoid is. So madreporoid is the opening of the water vascular system, and the oral surface is the bottom side of the body. So where it is where the mouth is, and so the tube feet, which is the terminal end of the water vascular system. In the water vascular system, they also have the ampulla that connect the sucker-like podia. The whole thing is called a tube feet. So ampulla is kind of like interconnection between the madreporoid and also the tube feet. The contraction of that ampulla causes the podia to move, thus the overall locomotion. And how the water gets from the madreporoid to the tube feet. So it started from the madreporoid, then a madreporoid circle, and then to the stone canal, then to the ring canal, then to radial canal, lateral canal, and eventually to the tube feet. Endoskeleton. So this is where ossicles found within the tissue. And there are three forms of endoskeleton: the small articulating plates, mainly in sea stars; large closely jointed plates, mainly in sea urchins; and also widely separated microscopic plates in sea cucumber. So maybe the stiffness of the body of these classes, for example the sea star or starfish, the plates are small, similarly in the sea cucumber compared to in the sea urchins, where the plates are large. That's why the sea urchins are not as flexible as the sea stars and also the sea cucumber. In terms of reproduction, they can reproduce whether sexually or asexually. In sexual reproduction, they do the external fertilization through the male and female, and produce the larvae, which is the bilateral symmetrical. And another characteristics of larvae is they are planktonic instead, as opposed to the adult stage where they are benthic. For the asexual reproduction, they can do the budding, and the fragmentations of the body of the echinoderms can later regenerate to produce new individuals of the echinoderms. These are the other characteristics of echinoderms. They are triploblastic. They don't have proper circulatory system. Their systems are open. No differentiated head, no anterior, no posterior, but instead they have top and also bottom part of the body. They don't have the excretory organs. They don't have gills, no gills, but they excrete the waste through the diffusion and sometimes through the tube feed. They have separate sexes. Their nervous system, they don't have no brain. They don't have brain, but their nervous system is diffuse and it is all over the place. So it's not centralized, but it's all over the place, the nervous system, so that they can react or they can respond through the pressure or other things equally from all sides of their body or their arms. So these are the classes in Echinodermata. The first one is Stelleroidea. So this is, I think, one of the most common class that we may have found. So where the sea star is and also the brittle star. The sea star and brittle star, so they are in the same class, but in different subclasses. The brittle star, they have more the harder ossicles. That's why their body or their skeleton is harder than the starfish. And then the sea urchins with a higher density of ossicle and stiffer ossicle. Holotoroidea, their body is elongated and looks like worm. So this is example. The example is sea cucumber, and also Sphenoidea, the sea lilies. So defining characteristics is the main part of the body is supported above the substrate, either by a long stalk or by a series of grasping claws or cirri. So that's all. Introduction, a brief introduction about the echinoderms. I hope you can read more in the lecture notes so that you can understand more about this phylum. Okay, that's all. Thank you.